Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to share with you how I scaled the fitness community to 75K a month and how you can too. So, when I say fitness community, I mean the most leveraged, best, mm, easiest way, most high leveraged way to scale to 75K a month or even six figures a month. So, upwards of 100K a month. I'm going to give you the ins and outs. I'm going to give you all of my wisdom on this subject, which is pretty intense. And then I'm going to give you a few interesting examples and a few takes. I'm going to try to do this in less than 15 minutes. Let's give it a go. For those of you that don't know, my name is Ashton Hunter. I help fitness professionals, fitness coaches, personal trainers scale upwards of $75,000 a month. That is my end goal. And I do that through various mechanisms that I share on this channel. So let's jump into it. So a lot of people in the fitness community are retarded. We know that. They're just dumb, right? Let's be real. Not dumb as in like IQ. It's just like they're doing what everyone else is doing, right? So I want to show you something here. So all these people that you see on the left here, Alex Hormozi, Iman Gadzhi, Dwayne Johnson, The Rock, Conor McGregor, Kim Kardashian, all these people were at a point in their life where they were making good money. Let me take The Rock, for example. You know, he was a good actor, he was in tons of movies. He was making maybe, 10 million a year, right? Cool. Iman Gadzhi, for example, he was making 100K a month. Cool, right? Hormozi, 100K a month, right? And then they did one little thing. They leveraged an audience and an offer, right? In the correct method, right? They did those two things. They had their offer and then they leveraged their audience. And that's what ultimately scaled them to, like, The Rock owns 30% of Terramana, which is a $3.2 billion company. Conor McGregor is earning $25 million in the UFC, right? Is now owns Proper Whiskey. Kim Kardashian, same thing, right? So what these people did is they had their offer and they leveraged an audience. Started posting, started gaining and building an audience on Instagram or whatever platforms they were using, YouTube potentially, to scale, right? So what does that mean then? Okay, so we see all these people. Obviously, I don't want to, like, you're like, oh, $200 million, that's crazy, right? Let's even just think in terms of getting you to this point, 100K a month with this process. Because from going from zero to this, right, that's a lot different of a process when you're not using this process. If you use a huge audience and a leveraged offer, you can scale to 100K a month and you won't even realize it, right? So let's jump into this. So I came across this kid on Instagram a little bit ago. His name is Sebastian, and I have nothing against him. But I saw a video about a month ago about how he was pretty much dead broke driving Uber. And he was making like $1,000, $2,000 a month from his Instagram coaching people. And I was like, $1,000, $2,000 a month. He has 176,000 followers. How is that possible, right? How is that possible? How is he only making $1,000, $2,000 when he has such a large audience, right? So what I did is I realized, okay, he has a huge audience, but he doesn't have a leveraged offer. A lot of fitness coaches will have a leveraged offer, but not a huge audience, or they won't have any, right? So what I'm going to share with you in this video is how to get a huge audience and leverage your offer with literally a school community that's going to save you a ton of time, a ton of money, and make your life a living heaven. So what do most coaches do? Let's jump into this because this is quite interesting. Most coaches do everything manual. I've probably talked to over 150 fitness coaches, and they all do, their nutrition, meal plan, workout plan, then check-ins through the phone. It's the same shit every time. And they get all stressed out when people text them on Sundays or on Saturdays, whatever the check-in day is. And they're answering texts forever, updating meal plans forever, uploading that PDF to the WhatsApp pain in the ass, right? It's just everything's manual and it's so difficult to scale. With this process, you're pretty much capped out at about 10, 15, maybe 20K a month, right? So yeah, why is this process bad? Because everyone does it. Everyone does this process. Why is it bad? Right? So number one, can only maybe take on 30 or 50 clients and just like that's it. Like keep that amount of clients. You cap out around 10 to 15K a month, right? When I mean 30, 50 clients, I mean like lower paying clients with this, right? 30, 50 clients, right? 10, 15K a month. You have a really high churn rate. So like people are always leaving. And what does that mean? That means you have bad results because it's like no one's really following it, but people are kind of following it, but it kind of sucks. So how do we solve all these problems? Well, this is how you're going to use a school community to do so. So when we go and we think about a leveraged offer, to write this down, a leveraged offer and audience is the answer to this, but not in the way of the guy I showed you. When I say a leveraged offer, you're going to be charging a high ticket offer. So none of this $50 a month for meal plan coaching. You have to be thinking of end goal. No one buys for the intent of your meal plan or for your training plan. They buy for the intent of the outcome, right? That's why a lot of people who've tried fitness and losing weight with dieting have literally just gone to liposuction. Why? Because they just want the same thing. They want the end goal, right? So what you're going to be doing is you're going to be charging based on the offer or charging based on the value. If you're helping someone lose 30 pounds, what does that mean to them? What does that mean to them in terms of value? $3,000, $4,000, $5,000? Cool. Better than $50 a month, right? When you're coming in with that, I'm going to help you lose this much in this much time, right? And you come in with that one payment of $3,000 or $4,000 or $5,000, right? You come from a different perspective because the client is now going to be more inclined to get to that goal, right? There's no continuity. So it's just a one-time payment and then you're going to work now, right? They're going to be more psychologically invested. And last but not least, you're going to have more money, right? So you're going to obviously have higher profits, which is our goal, right? Because this is a business at the end of the day. So what you're going to do is you're going to take this offer that's high ticket, right? Nothing under $3,000, nothing under $3,000. You're going to take that and you're going to put it in a school community, right? With all of your stuff. Ta-da. Lovely, 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 right? So you have your weekly coaching, your done for you meal plans, right? Your content, right? In your school community, you can make a calendar with all of your coaching calls, right? You can do meal plans and content, right? All through a school community so you can leverage multiple people. And think about it. If you onboard, let's say 5 clients a week, which is very, very reasonable, especially if you have a decent sized audience, what pretty much happens is you're making $15,000 a week and your fulfillment is basically nothing because now you're organized by a school community, right? So why even use a school community? Number one, you can use it as a value ladder. So what that pretty much means is you can make one free community and then one for your full paid community. So you funnel people through ads into that free community and then they get upgraded to the paid community because they get value from the free community. So you can have a few videos, have a few free content stuff in there to nurture them and use it as a piece of sales, like a sales device, right? Next, you can have guest coaches, right? So a lot of people, they'll do maybe weekly group calls with other coaches. So they'll have one of their coach friends who is big in the space, who is really good with a certain type of dieting that wants to come talk. And then everyone can come and listen for an hour. Log into the Zoom, ask a few questions. Or maybe it's just you, right? Next, they're getting initial value right off the bat. They join, they see the other people who are talking, right? They get to talk with other people. They get to communicate with other people who are in the program. And then they get that free content that you have on the Skool community. Next, when a lot of people, this is just basic, when a lot of people are working towards a very similar goal, the people tend to work harder and are more committed. So what does that in turn mean? Better client results, which in turn means your product is better, right? So what you pretty much do is you're taking your offer with your audience and you're making a Skool community, right? Once you make that Skool community with all of your trainings, right, and you have all of everything set up, then what pretty much happens is you can onboard as many people as you want. There is no fulfillment gap. You're not wasting time on your phone because everything is automated, right? And clients get to converse with one another and build a community. And that community functions without you, right? Without you being the centerpiece in your community, now your clients are the centerpiece. All right. So just to finish this off, once you have this set up with your community, with some of your videos, right? With your calendar set up, if you want to do a free one as a value ladder, so having people come in initially, and then as a free one, and then upgraded to a paid one, totally can be done. What you can do is after this is set up, you run ads to the free one. So run ads to the free one, run ads to free. And then once people are in the free one, right, you're getting maybe like 30 people a day who are coming into that free community. Maybe 4 will convert, right? So you're looking at really high conversion rates because you're utilizing ads and a free community. And best of all, Skool offers a free landing page with a payment processor. So you can send them directly to Skool from the meta ads, which is amazing. So this is the bread and butter. If you're a fitness coach, ditch this, ditch DMing people, ditch waiting on Google ads, make a Skool community, right? Get your content in there, make 2, run ads to the free one. People are going to want to go to that free one, right? What do you include in the free one? A little bit of value, right? That gets them hooked. And then they start thinking, oh my God, if I'm getting this much value with the free one, what about the paid one, right? They book a call, get on the call, sold, boom, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, right? They get to ask questions and the community functions without you. You want to be taken out of this and you want this to function amazingly. So this is how I scale the fitness community to 75K a month. This video is very lackadaisical. It's a very chillaxed process of me just explaining it. But it's a very effective process. And I guarantee that if you stick to this process, you will be way farther ahead of someone who is doing everything like this, even though you may think, okay, this is a lot easier to do, like initially, and there's no setup time. This will scale in the long run. So over the next year or 2 years, this is the delayed gratification method in order to get to 100K a month. If you enjoyed this video, leave me a thumbs up. If you're a fitness coach, start a Skool community, stop being a pussy. Thank you.